Wakandans watching Bucky keep their state-of-the-art vibranium technology in a dish rack. Truth is, I am Groot. The Avengers, when they notice the new villain destroying the city looks a lot like Iron Man. First, look at Mr. Fantastic using his stretching powers in the Fantastic Four. Do they have to use CGI for everything? Sony, admit the movies suck. Blame the audience and the critics. 2022 Hulk can't stop a Jeep. 2008 Hulk uses 2 military Jeeps as gauntlets. You either die a villain or live long enough to become a more popular villain. People blame MJ for leaving Peter, but ignore the real reason. How dare Thor kill Thanos? He was completely unarmed. How dare Thor let his anger take over? You look like Willem Dafoe. You and I are not so different. Superhero costume in the comics. Superhero costumes in the MCU. Do you guys want an Avengers Infinity War jigsaw puzzle? Expert level. Marvel hero. DC villain. DC hero. Marvel villain. To think we actually believed Thanos for milliseconds. Daredevil certified fresh. It sucked actually, and your character is pathetic and thoroughly ruined. Thanks for your support, idiot. Nick Fury is so cool. He chooses which eye he's gonna use for vision every day. Men after knowing each other for a month. Bro, what's your name? Inhabitants of an atheist, alien-denying planet 4,000 galaxies away, when half of their population turns into dust one day. People, how was Spidey swinging? Me? Thanks, giant man. Imagine showing this picture to a 2017 Marvel fan. Why are you dressed like that? Like what? When you swear your shield was vibranium? Infinity War Thanos' snap also killed animals. No! 2013 saw seeing Mjolnir fly out of his hands, and moments later Captain America shows up and gives it back. Oof, how embarrassing, Marvel. Hulk's just been nerfed. My father full of lead. Me, full of microplastics. My grandfather full of asbestos. Logan, full of all of the above. Fans can make suits like these in their garage, but Marvel still relies on motion capture. Reasons Magneto shouldn't be in the MCU. What is Avengers? Is that a band? Well, Nick Fury talking to Captain Marvel. Nick Fury talking to other Avengers. I wonder how this scene went down in the Captain Carter timeline. So what do we call him? Iron Doctor? Strange man. How I crossed the road when I was younger and how I cross it now. Hit me. You may be Captain America and the Falcon, but you'll never be Captain of the Millennium Falcon. Hulk got his eyebrows threaded. New hair, nose job, contour kit. Go off, Miss Thang. New Hulk looks like he sells fit tea on Instagram. Bugs when you lift up a rock. Sometimes kids on this app forget that I'm a deadly assassin with a vibranium arm. Add hot white woman to game. Concurrent players increased by over 100,000. Is it really that easy? Making Spider-Man villain movies with Spider-Man. Making Spider-Man villain movies without Spider-Man. Sony. Marvel fans and DC fans. Marvel fans be like, hey bro, this shot is insane. Marvel Studio planning for MCU and Warner Bros planning for DCEU. Throughout the years, he has never interfered until now. Captain Marvel when a purple alien kills billions of people. When someone tells a girl she can't play baseball. You get to choose to live through one of these experiences, and that will be the rest of your life. Which one? Oh no, I get a cool spider bite scar and wake up completely ripped and in shape. Oh no, oh god, oh jeez, the horror. After today, we can tell what a great hero you turned out to be. The best Avenger we ever had. Attention, if you or a loved one were recently disintegrated along with half of all life in the universe, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Law and Order, MCU. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. How are there people still living in New York in the MCU? The house prices must be so cheap. Me and the voices in my head looking at the consequences of the bad choices we made. Give him some good screen time. I once picked up a godly hammer. I once snapped an army out of existence. I once tricked the god of mischief. I shoot 3 arrows in one go. The perfect casting MCU has ever done. Bro, why can't Reed Richards pose like a normal for once? I am inevitable. So you thought you were inevitable? Michael Jackson attempted to buy Marvel in the late 90s so he could play Spider-Man. Scarlett Johansson watching RDJ and Chris Evans returning to the MCU. It should have been me. I love the fact Chris Pratt isn't his son's favorite superhero. Did this girl realize she just made the best Marvel meme? The Untitled Avengers film character, Revival waiting area. Remember when me and the Goblin destroyed this thing and almost killed a cable car of Kit? Rep Norman, you sicko. Still a real one. It's just violent and cameos, but we love it because of that. Finding hidden color details in movies. When I saw her in the Spider-Man movie, me as a kid, me now, a squirrel stopped this woman for help and led her to its injured baby, because that's what heroes do. Stephen Wonder bedroom scene. You and I remember Civil War very differently. Here it comes. The memes with MCU is back and dead, back dead, back dead. Is it back or is it dead? I don't know. A meteorite made of vibranium, the strongest substance in the universe. Strongest substance so so far. Hear me out, guys. Literally any conventionally attractive woman ever. And a woman saying, hear me out, guys, to Venom. Not hearing you out. Tobey Maguire's daughter getting proposed to with a Spider-Man reference is my favorite thing I've seen all day. So Hulk in Age of Ultron, he was 8'2". Ragnarok, 8.6 feet. Endgame, 8 feet. She-Hulk, 7 feet. It's evolving, just backwards. He needs to go through some trauma. Water bottle label. Warning, Cap is a choking hazard. My brain. If Deadpool had picked the first Wolverine he saw, the only characters that remembered Peter Parker, Marvel's CGI problem is healing. The very first time Steve is holding the Captain America shield, and the last. Remember when Tom ran to throw Marvel merch to the fans while shooting Ragnarok? We don't deserve $10 million now, or a symbiote that understands your struggles. A symbiote, are you kidding me? We went from poor visuals in Love and Thunder and Quantum Mania to some absolute high-tier CGI. No, because we could have had a fantastic comic accurate villain designs in MCU, but we got grounded appearances instead. Friendly reminder that Sam Wilson has nephews, so not only is he Captain America, but he's also Uncle Sam. This is the Fantastic Four. This is what the Fantastic Four is supposed to be. When you've had enough of someone's smack, but you're part of the squad so you can't say anything. There's no place in the universe that I hate more than I hate this cliff. Marvel, I demand reparations. Go get him, I can swim. Best kid ever. Finally a kid that doesn't have to be saved. This was the cutest part of that movie, and if you don't think so, you're wrong. Poor Clint. Everybody else is either flying or a super soldier, and he's just a normal guy doing cardio. They're gonna get there and he's gonna be tired. Steve Rogers in his own book, Freedom is the Right of All Sentient Beings. Steve Rogers in an X-Men book. You ever just think about how this is how these two idiots met? What if you got to pick the next episode's plot? What if? If I crashed my ship in the ocean, I would simply not drown. Rest in peace to Steve Rogers, but I'm different. Please God, let there be a scene in Spider-Man Far From Home where Peter is in London and he jokingly tries a British accent, but Ned or someone just goes, "No, that's not how British people talk," and Tom Holland will just stare at the camera like in The Office. Marvel fans in 2020, the next few years. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary. Marvel, why Spider-Man is getting further from his home every movie. In rare cases, cats can even be allergic to people. Maybe I'm a cat. Paul Rudd had everyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe to sign this Captain America shield. It sold for $53,000 with 100% of the proceeds going to Children's Mercy. How did you save the world from the Silver Surfer? Whoa, I don't like what this is insinuating. Damn, you're a freak, bro. I will use the power of irony to defeat villains. Oh, you call yourself the Joker? And why can't you tell a joke? How ironic. Me waking up, then realizing my teddy spent the night on the floor. New Marvel movie cast looks crazy. This guy has depth to him. He can act as anything. Remember when Loki put barriers on the Bifrost while he was king? Loki really said, safety first. This has to be the Vulture, right? Also, is he gonna eat Uncle Ben? What the hell happens in the Noirverse? The gorilla has to win 100 times. We only gotta win once. Okay, power scalers, Invincible or Marvel fans, who's winning this one? Me personally, I'm giving it to the Thing. Thing is getting smoked. Yeah, smoked. Who would single-handedly defeat this Galactus? Me? Writers. You need to hate this guy. Audience. No, I don't think I will. Disney is halting the production of live-action remakes after failure of Snow White at the box office. Hey Bucky, how much for the arm? Doom might have the craziest pull-up in comic history, that holding a Castor Troy-colored gun on top of a chromed-out and cloaked-up T-Rex. The flex is too strong. The DCU will be seen as a success in my eyes once we start seeing wacko theories like this. I just know he's doing the face under the mask. They gotta be dead or something. For real, how the hell did none of the 50,000 New York superheroes come out and say, oh, maybe we gotta help? Because they're on break. They walked so the MCU could run. If I was Spider-Man, I would have been the coolest kid at school. There's no way I would have kept it a secret. We know Tom, we know. They switch rogue galleries. Who's having a harder time? All Benson's gotta say is defeat this person or you're fired and we're done. Mummy issues, daddy issues, father-in-law issues. Inside you there are two Wolverines. It was Steve because Thor can't aim to the head. Here's the only problem. Up against the Hulk, it won't be clobbering time. The evolution of Steve Rogers, pre-serum, Star-Spangled, Soldier, Captain, Man Out of Time, Strike, Avenger, War Criminal, Nomad. The Avengers are Tony's heart. Civil War, choose a side, left or right. I'm going with center. DC, Secret Identity, Marvel. So here's the thing about this chair. Yeah, I don't think Avengers Doomsday is beating Avatar. Special effects in 1997 versus 2022. You're too old to be having birthday parties. Me. How to survive in the Marvel Universe. Rule 3. Don't live in New York or Los Angeles. You donate a kidney to the hospital, everyone thinks you're you're a hero. I donate 10 to the hospital and everyone thinks I'm a villain. That doesn't seem fair. Peter Parker seeing Tony Stark in Avengers Doomsday. Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Peter making pop culture jokes. The MCU, once all this multiverse stuff is over, deploy the X-Men. I'm a grown man. I'm a big adult. I can do this. I can watch Guardians of the Galaxy. It's really good to have friends. Rocket, Teefs, Floggo now. Hugh Jackman as Vegeta actually looks good. Smart Hulk was struggling to fight Abomination. Meanwhile, Incredible Hulk. Only attractive people have bad eyesight. Chris Evans as the Human Torch had one of the best superhero landings since Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. John, did we beat Thor? That was Spider-Man. The deadliest character in one picture. So cute. Red Hulk destroying everything in the US. The strongest Avengers, meanwhile. Sony and Disney's deal has reportedly never prevented Spider-Man from appearing in any Sony spin-off films. A lot of respect for Sony. No Disney interference, just making awful films for the love of the game. This man disfigured his best friend for life, then got the entire world calling him The Thing, while he called himself Mr. Fantastic. Yup, he's definitely doing the face under that helmet. I am inevitable. And I missed the part where that's my problem. Remember these two? This is them now. Feel old yet? Why don't we just find baby Thanos and, Anakin Skywalker has joined the chat. I call this one and have him home by 10. Bruce Banner's reflection is the Hulk during this scene. Tony and Bruce are having a delicate conversation and Bruce was feeling vulnerable. The Hulk was somewhat present. Bruce Banner's reflection, mind blown. Describe Tony Stark in one dialogue. It's a beautiful day, but not as beautiful as me. Is that supposed to be imitating the actor or the character? Is there a difference? Blueberry. So I was reading up on Avengers trivia and apparently RDJ kept food hidden all over this set and they couldn't find where it was, so they just kinda let him continue doing it. So that's his actual food when he's offering, whenever he's eating in a scene. It's not scripted. He was just hungry. RDJ is a squirrel. Character and actors. I literally don't know which is which for RDJ / for RDJ it's literally just one picture split down the middle. Tony Stark is real. It's Robert Downey Jr. who's the fictional character. Little Cap, Little Black Widow, Little Nick Fury. Sam Jackson taking a selfie with the kid in Nick Fury action figure. I can't. Expectation. Reality. Either way, Steve Rogers loves you. That's very inspirational. She really went from a deadly assassin to the most caring and loving Avenger. Sadie Sink has been cast in Spider-Man 4. She will be playing Uncle Ben. Why are they so big? Fans were asking for the DD on the suit. Marvel thought we were talking about Matt's bra size. From a guy who just went to take a jog to Captain America. I need everyone to read this carefully and understand that Sam Wilson is still Captain America. At this point in time, the role isn't entirely clear, but sources say Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson's character, will also return as Captain America. Evans in the Captain America costume seems less likely. I still can't get over this scene. Thor actually thought Loki turned into a piece of paper. Loki? Everywhere I go, I see his face. So did they just switch outfits or... Dude, people will realize. Don't worry, just add a tie. They'll never know. We're only limited by our imaginations, comrades. Farhan Tahir will reprise his role from Iron Man in the new Vision series. Superhero movies are so funny. Imagine doing a minor role and 20 years later they call you saying, "We need you back." Why is Captain America always beefing with red villains? Tom Holland says Target wouldn't sell him his own non-alcoholic beer Biro to him because he couldn't prove his age. Doctor Strange's spell worked too well. They really had no idea who he was. The Avengers fighting Thanos and getting their butts handed to them. Rocket. Hey, who's that girl drawing over there? MJ, what the hell are you doing here? I like drawing people in crisis. Good guy will win. Bad guy with same powers will lose. Marvel Phase 6. They did Captain Marvel dirty. Marvel fans right now? What Marvel thinks we want. What we actually want. The original Marvel Cinematic Universe. Do you guys want to buy Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet? But it's a mug. A small price to pay for hydration. Marvel making She-Hulk woke. Marvel making the CGI for She-Hulk. Meanwhile, somewhere in the Marvel universe, bring me Burger King. Started in Marvel, who goes to DC, who goes back to Marvel. Oh, how Marvel loves misleading us. Thor disassociating completely is the biggest mood. One day you'll be the best thing to ever happen to someone. No, I don't think I will. How old is Vision? Vision's 3 years old. How old is Scarlet Witch? She could be 30. The FBI. Clint has some catching up to do after sitting out in the last movie. Is that a raccoon? The poster that a fan makes. The poster that Marvel makes. Coworker offered to let me borrow his PS5 for Spider-Man 2 since he only uses it for Netflix, and I seriously just stared at him like this. Marvel fans when Stan Lee shows up in a movie. It's him, it's the GOAT. Marvel fans when the good guys end up winning at the end of the movie for the 1000th time. Marvel fans, Thanos is the most powerful being in the universe. No, it's Anti-Monitor. Me, an intellectual. Can't, man. My mum said no. Me giving bro the same advice advice I won't listen to. LinkedIn says, you're a top candidate for these jobs. Take a look. After clicking, it says, no jobs found. When Face ID doesn't work, so you've got to lock in. Such a poser. You guys know there's drops next month, right? To help its success, you might want to start advertising it. Just a thought. Tom and Zendaya asked to do one more take up the swing, just so they can act like this, as to say hi to the fans that were waiting. And if that's not the softest thing ever, I think they just wanted to have fun again. Marvel confirms that Rick and Morty exist within the Marvel Universe.
Hey, wait a minute, Rick. I thought this was a commercial.